What is up, average anglers? Oh, it is Wednesday. I was about to say it was Thursday. Seems like it's Thursday. So, it's getting close to my trip where I head to Clearlake, and it is 84 degrees out right now. Now, the downside of that is we may have a major rush to the bank spawning fish. Anyway, this is a preview for the California Open, or excuse me, it's not the California Open anymore. It is the Clearlake Open One Bass Pro-Am event. Shared weight event. I do this tournament annually. It is so fun. If you have not done it, you got to try and sign up and get to do it. For me, it's a can't miss event. Usually a group of my buddies and myself, we all sign up. We get to spend the week together up at Clear Lake fishing, do a little 3-day tournament. It's a shared weight pro-am, a lot of fun. Okay, met some great people there. I really enjoy it. It's last year was in June. Typically it's been in April, and it's back in April again, as you can tell. And yeah, so what to expect? Don't be surprised. And this is gonna kind of depend on how much of a rush we have to the bank. Cora, no. Dog's digging. But I'm thinking we could see a 90-pound 3-day event. Cheers. So a 30 pounds per day or better event is what I'm thinking it could take to win. Now, if they all go running to the bank, and it may not get that big, but if there's a lot of staging fish, it definitely can get big. So with that in mind, what baits do I think are going to play? Well, needless to say, there's going to be a lot of them. There's going to be a good flipping bite. The water's high, so there will definitely be a good flipping bite. Rodman will be in play, as will the other creeks. Cache Creek, I don't know. There's a lot of current because the lake level might take the majority of that out of play, and it may not. Who knows? Someone may get on something down there. So flipping for sure. Docks will be a big player. All your typical dock baits, you could crank some with a square bill, chatterbait, spinnerbait, depending on wind. Pitching cross style baits, jigs, Strike King rage bugs, zoom brush hogs, so forth and so on. And then you got the migration routes, mostly entrances to marinas, creek mouths, just protected bays, protected areas, the tules. There's a lot of migration routes, and I'm hoping that that's a player. If that's a player, I will probably change my entry to a pro, because that's how I prefer to fish. I prefer to fish a little off the bank for staging fish. And in some years, word has it, there's already some fish spawning. You get the post spawners that show up out there too, the females. So they're still bigger fish. That could be swim baits, glide baits, again the chatterbait, swim jigs, Carolina rig. Word has it there's a frog bite. that could play. That's not going to be my staging baits. The A-rig is probably, it's not out of it. I know a guy who fishes pretty deep and finds some A-rig fish, good ones too, in deeper water. That's not my thing. So you know, the trash fish is going to play. The G-Rat Executioner is going to play. Underspins are going to play. And then you got the wacky stuff. Senkos, Jackal flick shakes, that kind of thing. And then the drop shot. I did check the list. I didn't see Wayne Brazil fishing this year. Word had it last year he was done, and I think he was getting into saltwater fishing or something. Anyway, if it's a sight fishing event, you know, it can bounce all over the place based off a draw and all that kind of stuff. But if it's a sight fishing event, I will be fishing as a co-angler. I have plenty of techniques I can do while the guy on the front of the boat is fishing a bed, and contribute to the bag for the day. Really, if you're fishing as a co-angler, that's really the idea, right? Just contribute somehow. Try and figure out a way to get one or two good bites to add to your bag for the day. And you do that, it's going to make a difference. So that's what I can say. The thumbnail picture is from a few years ago when I fished as a pro on Clearlake, a couple of the big ones that I caught. 9.5 and a 7.5. They came off of one spot. Took me about 15 minutes, and I felt I had enough weight. Had 29 pounds for day one. Felt like I had enough weight. Didn't want to pull any more fish off of that because they were big ones. And then somebody weighed in 41 pounds. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Really looking forward to it. I need the week off of work. I need to get away from work, get that stuff out of my head. It's been a little bit of a trying time, and then with the surgery. And by the way, I'm doing fine, thanks. Making progress here, feeling pretty decent. No more pain, so that's good. Anyway, Saturday morning early, I take off. I'll be up at Clearlake for a week. Sharing the house with a couple other folks fishing the tournament that I just met through the One Bass group. Should be a good time. It's always a good time. That's what I love about this event, regardless of how you do in the tournament. It's always the fun of it. And I try not to take it too serious. You know, I have a career, a good career, and I just like to compete. If you're fishing as a co-angler, it's a luck of a draw, and the best you can do is try to contribute. And really, that's the idea. And there's something to learn from every partner you draw. Everybody fishes different. I've learned so much doing these tournaments, whether I fished as a pro or a co-angler. If you haven't done it, check them out. One Bass, WON bass.com. They have 3 more events coming up, and I know the first one at Shasta, one of my viewers flew out, I believe, from Virginia to do the event. This is the one personally, because Clear Lake's my favorite body of water. This is the one personally that I would do. That said, I'm really interested in Lake Mead. It's a very unique fishery and something intriguing about it. Extremely clear water, but there's so many ways to catch them. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. We're almost to 1,000, folks. I really appreciate it. We're growing slowly here, but we're growing. That's all that matters. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a great day.